Hello everyone. This is video number 6 in the series of videos where I'm solving select problems from RTP relevant for November 2020 exam for the subject of strategic financial management for CA final. In this video, I'm going to solve and explain question number 8 which deals with foreign exchange risk management and arbitrage strategy. If you are liking the videos and the contents that I'm uploading, please do share the videos and make sure you subscribe to my channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload such content. So without any further delay, let's begin. Let us first read through the question. Citibank quotes Japanese yen dollar 105, 106.5, which means the quote given by Citibank is of yen dollar equals to 105 and 106.5, and Hong Kong Bank quotes dollar yen as 0.0090 and 0.0093, which means this is a dollar yen quote. Are these quotes identical? If not, how are they different? B, is there an arbitrage possibility? And C, if there is an arbitrage opportunity, then show how would you make profit from the given quotation in both cases if you are having Japanese yen 100,000 or US dollar 1,000. So this question has three parts. Let us begin with the first part. Now let's first answer part A. Are these quotes identical? Now to understand whether these quotes are identical or not, we first need to know the definition of direct quote and indirect quote. Now, what is a direct quote? A direct quote is a quote which is expressed as 1 unit of foreign currency is equals to some units of home currency or domestic currency. And similarly, an indirect quote is a quote which expresses the price in terms of 1 unit of domestic currency is equals to some units of foreign currency. Now let us look at the quote which is given. Let us look at the quote what Citibank is giving. Citi is quoting yen dollar equals to 105, 106.5. Or in other words, it's quoting $1 equals to yen 105, 106.5. Similarly, the Hong Kong Bank is quoting dollar yen is equals to 0.0090, 0.0093. Or in other words, it is quoting 1 yen is equals to dollar 0.0090 and 0.0093. Now, if we look at these quote from US perspective or from the dollar perspective, the quote of $1 equals to 105, 106.5 yen. Now students, just see whether from a US perspective, this quote is an indirect quote, because for the US citizen, dollar is the domestic currency and this is a quote which expresses 1 unit of domestic currency equals to some units of foreign currency. So therefore, from a US perspective, this is an indirect quote. And similarly, if you look at it from a US perspective, the Hong Kong Bank quote of 1 yen equals to dollar 0.0090, 0.0093. Now from a US perspective, this is a quote of 1 unit of foreign currency equals to some units of domestic currency. So this is a direct quote, right? So these two quotes are not the same. You can do the same analysis from the yen perspective also, or from Japanese residents perspective also, and you will still see that these quotes are not the same. So just for clarity's sake, let us do that also. Let's say from Japan's perspective, the quote of $1 equals to yen 105, 106.5. Now from a Japanese perspective, this is 1 unit of foreign currency equals to some units of domestic currency. So from a Japan's perspective, this is a direct quote. And similarly, the quote of 1 yen is equals to dollar 0.0090, 0.0093. Now from a Japan's perspective, this is 1 unit of domestic currency equals to some unit of foreign currency. So this is an indirect quote from Japanese perspective. So from whichever perspective you look at, you will realize that these quotes are not the same, right? They are different. Therefore, these quotes are not similar, as one is a direct quote and the other is an indirect quote. Now, in the exam, you might give either of these. You might either state this or you might state this and prove the fact that these quotes are not similar. It is not necessary for you to analyze the situation from both the perspective, because even if you do it from both the sides, your answer is going to still remain the same. So therefore, you can choose either one of these. Now let us move to the B part of the question. Now in the second part, they are asking, is there a possibility of arbitrage? Now to see whether there is a possibility of arbitrage or not, what we need to do is we need to convert these quote to the same basis so that they are made comparable, because one is a quote for dollar and the other is a quote for yen. So what we need to do is we need to convert these quotes either to dollar term or to yen term. Now let us convert this quote to dollar term. Now Citibank anyway is quoting in terms of dollar. It is quoting in terms of $1. But Hong Kong Bank is quoting in terms of 1 yen. So what we need to do is we need to convert the Hong Kong Bank quote to a $1 quote. So let us first do that. Now Citibank is quoting yen dollar is equals to, or in other words, this quote is nothing but $1 equals to 105, 106.5. Now Hong Kong Bank is quoting a dollar yen quote 0.0090, 0.0093. Now to make these quotes comparable, we need to convert this quote to a yen dollar quote. Now how can we convert this quote? This quote can be converted by using the reciprocal rule, that is yen dollar will be 1 upon 0.0093, that will be the bid, and the ask will be 1 divided by 0.0090. If you see this is 1 divided by this and this is 1 divided by this, is called as the reciprocal method. That means we can now write this is $1 equals to, now if you calculate this, we'll get 107.53 and 111.11. Okay. Now how can we determine whether any arbitrage exists? See, now this is clearly a case of analyzing a geographical arbitrage. Now why do I say so? Because there are two locations involved. So there is a possibility that if the rates are different, then we could buy from one location and sell it in another. So that is why this is called as a geographical arbitrage. Now let us look at these two quotes. In a geographical arbitrage, how do you determine the arbitrage possibility? See, the simple rule is, in a geographical arbitrage, if bid of any market is greater than ask of any market, then arbitrage exists. Now let us look at these quotes. Let's look at this bid, 105, and try to ask ourselves the question, is this bid of 105 greater than ask of any market? See, this 105 is not greater than this 106. And then this 105 is also not greater than this 111.11. Okay, so which means this bid is definitely not greater than ask. Now let us look at this bid. Is 107.53 the bid greater than this ask? Yes. That means arbitrage exists between these two rates. You can arbitrage between this rate and this rate. Bid of this market is greater than ask of this market. Arbitrage exists. Now, what is the arbitrage opportunity which actually exists? See, you can buy dollars from Citibank at 106.5 and sell the dollars at 107.53, and thereby making an arbitrage profit. So therefore, we can say, since the bid for dollar quoted by Hong Kong Bank is greater than the ask of Citibank, arbitrage profits can be made by buying dollars from Citibank and selling the same to Hong Kong Bank. So this answers the B part of the question. Now let's look at the part C of the question. In part C, they are asking us If there is an arbitrage opportunity, then show how would you profit from the given quotation in both cases if you are having 100,000 yen or $1,000. So we've got to analyze the arbitrage profits that we could make in both the situation. Situation A, if we have 100,000 Japanese yen, or situation B, if we have $1,000. So let's do that. But before doing that, first let us just write the quotes in one place so that we can do the calculations pretty easily. The quote given by Citibank is yen dollar equals to 105 and 106.5, and Hong Kong Bank, the converted quote which we have is yen dollar equals to 107.53, 111.11. Now another way of writing this quote is $1 equals to yen 105, 106.5, and this quote can be written as $1 equals to yen 107.53, 111.11, and please remember that we are going to arbitrage between these two prices. That means we are going to buy dollar, or in other words, we will be looking to sell yen, and at this rate we will be looking to sell dollar, or in other words, we will be looking to buy yen at this rate. Right. So now let us take the first situation where we talk about arbitrage profits if we have 100,000 Japanese yen. So arbitrage gains if we have yen 100,000. So if we have 100,000 yen, the first step that we would do is we will sell 100,000 yen and buy dollars. Now, if we have 100,000 yen, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to sell 100,000 yens and buy dollars. Now, since both these quotes are in terms of dollars, let us think in terms of dollar only. Since we are going to buy dollars, what is the rate for buying dollars? Obviously, the rate for buying dollars, if you look here, the rate for buying dollars, this is buying dollars, is 106.5. So if we sell 100,000 yen at $1 equals to 106.5, how many dollars would we get? So if we sell 100,000 yen, how many dollars would we get? So this would be a simple case of cross multiplying and finding out. This would be 100,000 divided by 106.5. So this would give us $938.97. So the first step of the arbitrage is complete, where we sell 100,000 yen and get the dollar. But remember, now we have to sell this dollars and get back the yen. So the second step would be sell dollar 938.97 and buy yen. At what rate? Again, understand, since the quote is of a dollar, we think in terms of dollar, and here we are looking to sell dollar. So what is the rate for selling dollar on with the Hong Kong Bank? This is the rate at which we are going to sell dollar, 107.53 at $1 equals to yen 107.53. So if we sell $938.97 at $1 equals to 107.53, then how many yen would we get? So we can say, therefore, $938.97 will give us how many yen? So this will be, again, if we cross multiply, this would be 938.97 into 107.53. So this would give us yen 1,09,67. How much is the arbitrage profit? Understand, we began the arbitrage with 100,000 yen, and with how many yen are we ending up the arbitrage with? We are ending up the arbitrage with 1,09,67 yen. Therefore, arbitrage profit 1,967,000 yen minus yen 1 lakh. That gives us an arbitrage gain of yen 967. Right? This is the situation or the arbitrage gains which we would make if we did the arbitrage with 100,000 yen. Now let us look at a situation where we do the arbitrage not with yen but with dollars. So now since dollar is our starting point, what is the first step that we are going to do? We are obviously going to sell dollar and buy yen. So the first step here, sell dollar 1,000. What is the rate at which we are going to sell the dollar? See, this is the rate for selling the dollar, 107.53. So sell $1,000 at $1 equals to yen 107.53 and obtain. See, now if you are going to sell $1, if you sell $1 and you are getting yen 107.53, then if you sell $1,000, how much yen will you get? This will be again a simple case of cross multiplication. $1,000 into 107.53. This will give us yen 1,07,530. Now that we have 1,07,530 yen, what is the next step? We are going to sell this yen and get back our dollars. So the second step in this would be sell yen 1,07,530 and buy dollars. Now what is the rate for buying the dollars? If we look at the rate calculated here, the rate for buying the dollars, this is the rate for buying the dollars, that is 106.50 at $1 equals to yen 106.50. Now students, if we sell 1,07,530 yen at $1 equals to yen 106.5, then how many dollars are we going to get back? Again, we just need to do a cross multiplication to find this calculation. $1 equals to yen 106.5. Therefore, yen 1,07,530 will give us how many dollars? This would be 1,07,530 into 1 upon 106.50. So this would give us $1,009.67. Now you began the arbitrage with $1,000 and you are ending up the arbitrage with $1,009.67. Therefore, your arbitrage gain will be $1,009.67 minus $1,000 is equals to $9.67. So if you begin the arbitrage or if you initiate the arbitrage with dollars, you're going to end up with a profit of $9.67, which is your arbitrage gain. And on the other hand, if you begin the arbitrage with 100,000 yen, you are going to land up with 967 yen as your arbitrage gain. So students, I hope you would have found this video useful in understanding the concepts relating to the quoting mechanism in foreign exchange and arbitrage strategy. That's all for today's session. Stay fit, stay healthy, and ciao.